And now, guys, there's something interesting about this. Before we even read ahead, bear in mind that this serpent was more crafty, more wise than any of the animals. So Satan knew this. Satan knew that this animal is wiser. So this animal is perfect to be a host, perfect to be a vessel. Does that make sense? Because if Satan used a cow, for example, or Satan used a horse or whatever, the Adam or Eve wouldn't have taken it serious, right? They wouldn't have taken the animal serious. But now they've seen that the serpent is wise. It's an animal that so Eve was deceived first, but they're aware that the animals have different levels of intelligence. So there's a certain way that deception works. How can I most deceive somebody? How can I most deceive these humans? Let me choose the wisest animal. Maybe they're going to take me more serious if I take the form of a snake, if I take the form of a serpent. Does that make sense? That is how demonic or how evil Satan is, that he's looking for the best way to deceive. So this serpent said to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Now, bearing in mind, this is a serpent that talks, right? This serpent is talking, and there was no reaction from Eve, right? There's no reaction from this woman. There's no like, oh my God, this animal can talk. Nowadays, if an animal just begins to start talking, you would begin to think that you're going crazy, right? But even in this scenario, there is no, it just seems to be normal at this point, at this time period. This is something that I've never zoomed into, but I'm just zooming into it right now. It just seems to be normalized that an animal is talking, they're communicating, because they're operating in the supernatural. You see, in a world without sin, everything just becomes supernatural. So they have gifts, they have abilities to just, the animals are even communicating with Adam. So you can imagine that Adam is communicating with these animals. Eve is communicating with this animal, all the other animals. So now when the serpent is talking to Eve or talking to this woman, there is no reaction of, oh my gosh, what's going on? So the woman said to the serpent, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that was in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. So this woman knows the instruction, I shall not eat from this tree. Now, the serpent said back to the woman, you will not certainly die. The serpent said to the woman, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Now, hearing this, the first thought from Eve, from this woman, will be, this is against what God told me, right? But there are a lot of things that we need to take into context. This is now the serpent that is speaking, the wisest of the animals in that garden. So Eve is like, okay, this is a serpent that is